Humans rule the Earth without competition, but we are about to create something that could change that. Throughout history, we have been evolving and creating tools that make our lives easier. We started with simple weapons and building tools, advancing to flying machines and supercomputers. But in the middle of all this, we may have created our potential worst enemy, an invention so profound that it is changing the world forever, and it doesn't seem to be stopping anytime soon. To understand it better, we must look at the roots of artificial intelligence and how we ended up where we are now. In 1943, Warren McCulloch, an American neurophysiologist, and his colleague Walter Pitts published a paper on neural networks, proposing a model of artificial neurons. This was the beginning of everything. Later, in 1966, ELIZA, an early natural language processing program, was created. Half a century later, AI defeated the world chess champion Garry Kasparov. In a matter of decades, AI was born and grew to what it is today. For most of AI's history, progress was slow and interest was limited. But everything changed in the 2000s when technology started to become more grounded in our lives. Computers became accessible to almost everyone, and AI became more relevant due to the growth of the internet and social media. AI is making us even more dependent on technology. We are letting go of our power and independence, and our reality is closer to being shattered by our own creation. Deepfakes are already good enough to fool us. AI is replacing some of our jobs and evolving to be better than us in various fields. This is leading to a society where we lose control and are incapable of living without artificial intelligence. This is a world where humanity wouldn't be necessary and would be obsolete, but this is only the tip of the iceberg of AI. For you to get an idea of the power of AI, it took us 6 to 7 million years to evolve from primates to what we are today. In contrast, it took only 80 years for AI to evolve from a tool that could only perform basic and monotonous tasks to understanding humans and being able to outperform them in fields like chess and mathematics. AI's control over our world is not just limited to complex tasks or games like chess. It is already creeping into areas of daily life. It's changing everything from how we shop to how we communicate. Think about the algorithms that chose the content we see on social media platforms. Imagine if they simply never existed. Let that sink in. That is the influence of AI. They are designed to maximize our engagement and, in doing so, subtly manipulate what we do. These algorithms determine which news stories we read, which advertisements we see, and even which political messages we are exposed to. While this can be convenient, it is making us addicted to social media, and it can very easily control public opinions by trying to sell political views. And since it's AI, then it must mean that it is correct. In this way, AI is no longer just a tool, it is a gatekeeper of knowledge, with the power to shape entire populations. Now let's talk about jobs and replacement. Another serious issue is the impact AI is having on the job market. Automation has been steadily replacing workers in various industries. Self-driving vehicles, for example, can replace truck drivers, factory robots replace assembly line workers, and even white-collar jobs like those in finance and law are at risk of being taken over by AI. There is no profession that AI couldn't eventually do. If we continue down this path, millions of people will find themselves out of work with no opportunities to re-enter the workforce. This is economic instability, and it is just starting now. While some argue that new jobs will be created as technology advances, it will make us less able to run our own world without AI. Let's talk about artificial intelligence in military. The rise of AI in military applications adds another layer of danger. Autonomous weapons, drones, robots, and other AI-powered systems are being developed to conduct warfare without any human work necessary. This opens up the possibility of wars being fought by machines, where the decision to kill is made by an algorithm rather than a human being. Imagine a being that doesn't need to sleep, doesn't eat or rest until it has completed all of its objectives. How can we be sure that AI makes the right decisions? Who is responsible if an AI-controlled weapon makes a mistake? The prospect of AI-driven warfare brings us one step closer to a future where humanity loses control over life and death itself. And then what? What will we do if we cannot stop AI because we are too dependent on it? What if we can't go back? As artificial intelligence continues to evolve and we find ourselves at a crossroads, the risk of losing what makes us uniquely human is growing bigger and more apparent. The line between human capability and artificial intelligence blurs more and more, and we need to reconsider what it means to let AI evolve even more. But where do we go from here? The answer lies in our hands and what we want to achieve. The creators of AI must ensure that the systems we build serve humanity rather than undermine it. We need to ask ourselves, Can we control what we have created, or are we destined to be overtaken by our own inventions? One possible future sees humans and AI working in harmony, with artificial intelligence augmenting our abilities rather than replacing them. Imagine a world where AI helps us solve the most pressing challenges while preserving our autonomy and dignity. However, that seems to an utopia too good to be true. On the other hand, if we are not careful, we could face a dystopian reality where AI-driven systems dictate our lives, with decisions made by algorithms that we neither understand nor control. In such a world, the human spirit could be stifled, creativity could be constrained, and the essence of what it means to be human would be lost, and unfortunately, this seems the most likely path. Now let's talk about Nietzsche's warning. The philosopher Friedrich Nietzsche once warned us about two possible paths for humanity. One path leads to greatness, where we strive to fulfill our potential and challenge ourselves to grow, inspired by the ancient Greeks. They believed that discipline and the desire for excellence were virtues that built lasting legacies. The other path, however, leads to comfort and complacency. In this version of society, technology serves to make life easier, but it also saps us of our ambition, creativity, and strength. We are dangerously close to following this path of laziness, where social media algorithms feed us endless distractions and comfort becomes our highest goal. He once asked the question, what is the purpose of a society? Ask yourself, what is the goal of our system? Which path is the world taking? AI is our greatest invention, a being that is capable of surpassing its creator, which is why it's dangerous. It makes work easier, so much so that it makes us useless next to it. Why bother learn how to draw something and spending years perfecting your craft when you could just ask ChatGPT to generate an image for you? There is an answer. Because you are the one doing it. Because you improved. You learned a skill. It is harder, but that's greatness. Being able to do something that not everyone can. Merit is being destroyed not because of AI, but because we chose to be lazy and let it do the work for us. The future of AI is not destined to be small. It is shaped by the choices we make today. Will we choose to harness AI's power for the greater good, or will we allow it to become a force that divides and diminishes us due to our ignorance and comfort? The story of AI is still being written, and we are its authors. The pen is in our hands. If you want to help me spread this message and like to see more content about AI, please let me know by giving a thumbs up and subscribing to the channel. It would help immensely. I really hope you learned something new today and that you come to my channel again. See you next time.